how does this policy build on the previous policies, or how does it differ, from the previous information policy and strategies?
Thank you very much. Let me go back a little to some of the issues that were earlier raised and you people just discussed. You see, the information policy is a national document, and it is expected to serve as a framework for the information sector, as well as to help in the development, as well in a very coordinated development of the sector, and also to ensure that there is coordination between one subsector and another, and how can they all reflect the national thinking, the national objective, as well as the national spirit in all that they do. Now, apart from all of this, the document has a number of sections dealing with government information, the broadcast sector, the print media sector, advertising, public relations, ICT, Freedom of Information and Human Rights Act, issues of language, the motion of film industry, issues of research training, and then aspects of policy and monitoring and evaluation. In all of this, the policy principles have been clearly indicated, as well as the implementation strategy, and even aspects of funding have been discussed in the policy. Now, it is not like a guideline as such. It is a framework that should help the coordinated development, as well as the performance of the sector. Some people, particularly interested in aspects of freedom, wouldn't want to hear the word guidance or guideline. For them, that may sound a bit anti-freedom in spirit. But rather, the document is a framework, a general framework. Now, for the states, Nigeria, you remember, is a federal system, and the information aspect is on the concurrent list of the Constitution, meaning that states and local governments can as well have their own part of ownership. Now, the idea is we have a national document. Hopefully, the states on their own should be able to domesticate this document and design their own state information policies reflecting the peculiarities of their individual states. This is a federal document giving a general framework. But if you go to the states, if you take, for example, Borno State may have its own peculiarities that may not be so common with that of Cross River, or let's say Lagos State. Lagos State, because of its own nature as businesses and all of that, may also have its own peculiarities and information needs that may be slightly different from that of Adamawa. So it is advised that the states, now that the federal policy is available, they should be able to also domesticate and frame their own internal policies. In fact, when you are talking of freedom, the federal structures are much freer. They are more liberal compared to what we see in some of the states. Hopefully, if the policies are provided, that should be able to ease operations for the media and other information relating communication sections at the state level. Now, going back to the question that you have just raised relating to, what was it again?